Hello, everyone. I'm going to make a quick video just to give you guys an example of what you're doing with the stuff from prime factorization so that you can go through and see an example if you didn't get to class or you just needed to see it again. So let me share my screen to a whiteboard and I'm going to say goodbye on the camera and I'll show you the sort of thing we are doing. So our goal here is to be able to factor monomial into its prime factors. That's our learning target. And so here is an example of doing that. So let's say that we had 84x squared. So we want to factor the number 84 down into primes. And so just a reminder, the primes, the first few primes are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and then there are more after that. 19 is a prime, and you know, they space out a little, but there are the first few are here. And so we start out by making a little factor tree for 84. So we're looking for anything that multiplies to make 84. So you could grab a calculator and just start trying to divide it by primes. Like if we divide it by 2, 84 divided by 2 equals 42. So that would be one way of factoring it. Other ways exist, and it's okay to use a different factoring than I do. Whenever this little tree diagram has a branch that becomes a prime number, we're going to circle it. That's an ending spot that is part of the prime factoring of 84. Now, if we look at 42, we want to break 42 into factorization. And so we could try 2 again until it stops working. That first prime might keep making factors. So 42 divided by 2. Sorry, it's a little messy there. 42 divided by 2 is 21. You could do that on a calculator if needed. So this would become 2 times 21. And again, 2 is a prime, so that's an end of that little factor tree. Then we're looking at 21 and trying to split this off into factoring. If we try 2 again, 21 divided by 2 is not a whole number, okay? Not a whole number. So that one, 2 wouldn't work to factor that. So we would move to the next prime and try 3. So if we do 21 divided by 3, that does work. That makes 7. And so 21 breaks down to be 3 times 7. And it turns out not only is 3 a prime, so is 7. So these are both ends of the branches, the 3 and the 7. And now all of its primes are the ones that we have circled. So 84 would become 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. That would be the number part. All of that multiplied back together is going to make 84. Then if we look at the variable part, for what we're doing, we're just wanting to write this without using exponents. And so x squared means that we are dealing with an x times another x. And just as an aside, remember if you have x, it's really x to the first. When you don't write an exponent, that means there's just a 1 up there. So these are broken down so that we have x twice to represent the x squared. So to get this thing factored down to its prime factorization, this is what we get. 2 times 2 times 3 times 7 times x times x. So that's the idea, and this would apply to all the things you have in the assignment to go with this this first lesson on reviewing how to do prime factorization. All right, see you in class soon.